Father Christopher Smith is the Episcopal Vicar and Rector of the soon-to-be Christ Cathedral, and it is my pleasure now to welcome him to the podium for a few words.
Good morning, everybody. As the Episcopal Vicar and Rector of our future Christ Cathedral, it really is my honor to welcome all of you here today. It has been wonderful to pray together in this place where one day the chair of our bishop, the cathedra, will be located. It has been inspiring to listen to Mr. Weigel's words in this place that will one day be the Cathedral Church of the Diocese of Orange. And it is truly a sacred moment to be with you this morning. My thanks to all of you for coming here, and for many who got up maybe earlier than usual to be here today. My thanks to all who planned this beautiful event and made it happen. And a special thank you to Mr. George Weigel for his compelling and insightful presentation. I have been invited by the planning team for the prayer breakfast to take this opportunity when so many of you are gathered on our new cathedral campus, perhaps some of you for the first time, to just share a few thoughts about the structure and operation of this unique place, and to say a few words about what this cathedral and this campus are all about. And later on, you'll have an opportunity to walk around and see our place. As rector of our future Christ Cathedral, I will be responsible for the liturgical life of the cathedral, including the cathedral parish liturgies, diocesan-wide liturgies, and special diocesan celebrations. As the Episcopal Vicar of our future Christ Cathedral, I am the ecclesial face, if you will, of the cathedral, the representative of our bishop, and I work under the authority of Bishop Brown in giving direction to this entire cathedral campus, and my role is to oversee the attainment of its mission, activities, and governance. We have a wonderful structure of our new cathedral, which also includes a chief operating officer, who I would like to say is the lay face, if you will, of our cathedral. The interim COO is Mr. Rob Neal. He is currently carrying out several of the managerial tasks related to the development function and operation of the cathedral campus. We have a really marvelous blending of talents and expertise, ecclesial and lay, so that this campus becomes what it should be, and that is always a place for Christ. Rob and I work close collaboration with each other, and we're accountable to the Bishop of Orange and to the Board of Directors of Christ Cathedral. Our future Christ Cathedral will be the center of the local Church of Orange. From here will flow all those things that are at the heart of our Catholic faith and its practice. As I said, this is the place where the bishop's chair, the cathedral, will reside as a really important symbol that we carry out the mission of Christ, not as individuals, not as individual parishes, but always as a communion of faith, whose unity is signified in the gathering of the bishop and the people. Our cathedral will be the locus from which the parishes of the diocese carry out the mission of Jesus in their local communities, in union with the bishop and the universal church. Our cathedral will be a place that treasures and protects and puts into practice that which is most precious and integral to who we are as the Catholic Church. Among these, of course, are the celebration of the liturgy. As the Second Vatican Council says, the Eucharist is the source and the summit of our faith as Catholic people. Therefore, our future Christ Cathedral will be a place of liturgical excellence in all of its aspects, from its architecture to its environment, to its music, from its proclamation of the word to its preaching, from its carrying out of ritual to its attentiveness to culture and even the details of hospitality. Our future Christ Cathedral will be a place of outreach to the materially poor people and marginalized of our society. As the center of the local church, we will strive not to be just any old example, but to be a brilliant example of living out what the church describes as a preferential option for the poor. This means that in everything that we do, we are to measure what we are doing always in conjunction with what we are doing to serve those who have the least. Our future Christ Cathedral will be an exemplary place of catechesis and faith formation. In our work, we will attend to the two-pronged task of catechesis, which is to nourish the faith by which we believe and the faith by which we live. The faith by which we believe is our faith expressed in the authentic teaching of the Church. The faith by which we live is our faith put into action. We will be a place of orthodoxy, faithfully proclaiming the teaching of the Church, and we will be a place of orthopraxis, putting into practice what we teach through what we say and do. In the spirit of the Second Vatican Council, whose 50th anniversary we celebrate this year, our future Christ Cathedral will be a place of ecumenical dialogue and cooperation. We have already had and enjoyed an excellent spirit of cooperation and goodwill with the leadership of the Crystal Cathedral Ministries and the members of the congregation. We hope that future partnerships in the ministries that have flourished for years on this campus will be a powerful witness to the world of what is truly possible when Christians work together. Our future Christ Cathedral holds the promise of being a powerful place of evangelization. Part of our mission will be, as the Church says, to permeate the world with the love and the Spirit of Christ. This place, known internationally and located in the heart of Orange County, California, already has a footprint throughout the whole world because of the televised preaching of Dr. Robert Schuller and others. What a spectacular opportunity we have to build on that legacy and to reside in this place as the future Christ Cathedral that invites all people to know that they are loved by God and to ultimately know the redeeming, transforming presence of Christ. In the days of the building of the ancient cathedrals, those at the beginning stages of the project knew that they would never worship in the building that they were starting to build. Now, we hope it doesn't take us 100 years to renovate our cathedral. As Bishop said, we hope to have our cathedral ready for worship and dedication by 2015. And at the same time, the acquisition of our future Christ Cathedral can be an invitation to a generosity of heart that is willing to support and labor for a place whose full blossoming we may never see. In that spirit, as Bishop said, in the beginning of 2013, the Diocese of Orange is launching its first ever capital campaign with the theme, For Christ Forever. The goal of the campaign is to raise $100 million, some to go for the renovation of the cathedral and the campus, as well as to raise funds for the support of Catholic schools, the work of the parishes and the diocese, and the work of our diocesan ministries, and also to support our retired priest. Catholics throughout the diocese will be invited to make the future Christ Cathedral truly our own by supporting its renovation and being participants in the support of the many ministries of the diocese and the parishes. There is a card you will be given today that has a prayer for our capital campaign, and I hope you will pray it, because our campaign has the opportunity to unite us in a way perhaps that we have never been united before. Our future Christ Cathedral can also remind us, as the cathedrals of old, that really we are never finished. By the grace of God, we are always a work in progress, a people in progress, a church in progress, and we are to continue even though we can't see the end in sight. Our future Christ Cathedral is well suited to fulfilling its role as the center of the Church of Orange in ways that have never been possible before. We have 5 components of our cathedral campus: the cathedral itself and the work of the cathedral, hosting diocesan parish special events like today. The cathedral also will host cultural and civic events as part of our mission of evangelization. We will also have a vibrant parish community. St. Callista's Church, right down the street, will move here in 2013. Father Twin Nguyen, who is with us today and who will be with us later at a Mass at St. Callista's Church, will remain the pastor of St. Callista's Church after the move to the new campus. With 8,000 to 10,000 people currently attending Sunday Mass in English, Spanish, and Vietnamese, the parish that will eventually become Christ Cathedral Parish promises to be a real dynamic and faith-filled, powerful witness to Christ in this place. We also will have Christ Cathedral Academy, a K-8 Catholic school. We will have the diocesan offices, administrative offices, and the pastoral ministries, and we come full circle because we even have a cemetery. And the cathedral campus includes the Memorial Gardens, which is an ecumenical cemetery and mausoleum. My brothers and sisters, our future Christ Cathedral holds the possibility for us to be the church at its best. Mr. Weigel invited us in his presentation to be the church at its best. Because of the 5 components of our cathedral campus, because of our relationship with the Crystal Cathedral Ministries and the For Christ Forever capital campaign, we have an opportunity to create a place where the unity that Christ prayed for in John 17 will truly become a reality. That they all may be one, Father, that the world will know that it is you who sent me. Our growth in unity is and will be proof to the world that Jesus is who he said he is, God's Son. We will have the opportunity through this place to really permeate, yes, and even saturate the world with the love and the power of Christ. Christ Cathedral will be a place for Christ forever. It is so good to be with you here today in this place.